How, you know, to do it right and wrong. Well, guess what? Did it wrong. It's gorgeous. Look at that water, man. Oh man, I need a boat bad. Just a morning like this morning, I just put the boat off and just go for a ride, just to absorb the ocean and the air and this, yeah, everything. Yeah, that's thalassophila. Yeah, yeah. I think I've discovered. I'm a thalassophile for sure. Anyways. This should be a fairly quick brake job. Unless I run into trouble. Huh? You gonna help? You gonna help get the brakes on? Yes. So, yeah, we're right down. One of the pads is really, really close. These, this brakes I put on, I want to say 3 or 4 years ago now. You see there's not much left there. Anyways, yeah, when we were in Ontario, I put these brakes on. So, which is 3 or 4 years ago. Lots of trailer towing since that. So I splurged a couple of dollars extra and got the drilled rotors this time. So I don't know if it's any better or not, but anyways, it's all Amazon, of course. So 13 mil on these. These are all good. Don't want to lose shit in the grass here. And we get a screwdriver. Okay, after, I don't know, 10 minutes wasted looking for shit. I do have a proper tool for this, but this is what I was looking for because I knew I seen them recently. So anyways, we're gonna push back the caliber here as soon as I get this off and make way for the new ones, right? So you need some way to do that. So let's see here. I don't have a screwdriver. I don't even have a flat top screwdriver handy or nothing. So now I'm going to take, I need a hammer or something. Oh. Jeez. Okay. Oh, there goes a key. Might need that. Okay, I might not. Wow, that brake pad is definitely seized. That's not good. You want those floating. You want those loose and floating. Yeah. Well, there's a bit of life in those, but not a lot. So let's get them. Let's get this pushed back here now. Wow, I see a lobster fisherman out there. There's one fisherman in the harbor. He's way out through the notch there. You can see him perfectly. I'll zoom in here as best I can. Yeah. You see the seagulls are patiently waiting for any scrap fish. Yeah. What a morning! Like this is a textbook for great morning. Like it just don't get any better than this. For weather and conditions, and man. Yeah, if I had a boat, I'd be just out touring around right now, just enjoying it while you can, because you can't always get. You know, you can't always plan for. You got to work around the weather, I guess is what I'm trying to say around here, because the weather is as a topic. Hopefully this thing is big enough. Just barely going to fit, I think. Yep. There we go. Yeah, so you got to work around the weather, because weather can be pretty darn shitty. So I'm guessing if a person went to a shop and had this done, bought parts off the shop or whatever, you're looking at a $400 or $500 bill for sure. And of course, this depends on where you live. You know, it's probably 3-4 hours labor, or 2 to 3 hours, I guess, to charge for that. And okay, so now we're ready there. And I'll just let that hang. They're not that, you shouldn't let it hang on the hose, but I'm going to let it hang on the hose. Because I don't even have a damn screwdriver. Anyways, yeah, so these are rusty and tight, so that's going to lead to premature brake wear. So that's one thing. Like I said, I don't even have a screwdriver. My box is up at my buddy's. I could have did it up there, but I figured I had enough tools here to make this work. So, man, must have a bigger ratchet there I can use for a hammer. Oh yeah. There we go. Okay, yeah, so that pad is, that one's pretty much done there. You're playing on, living on love there with that one. Not much left, eh? So, now, I'm going to turn my wheel. See if I can get the impact in there. Here I go, putting a chrome socket on a impact tool. But again, that's what you do. For some reason, I don't want to go on. There you go. Yep, she did it. No, I did those before, I would have. Oh. So all you got to do is remove the caliber bracket here that holds your caliber. So these are nice, and these got to be free, of course, and they are. I'm not gonna take them apart, let any dirt or air in there. It's all fine. Off with the old rotors. You know, I was expecting the wheel bearings to be. So I had a little pulsation in the brakes on these, not too bad, bearable, but I can tell that the rotors are wore down a bit. So anyways, here's our fancy new ones. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, they're not very thick though, but oh well. That's it. So these got the, I don't know if this stuff's any better or not, with the holes vented and blah blah blah. So yeah, these tend to get hot, I guess, these vans. The brakes should be a little bit larger. That would lead to better braking, or I guess you know, longevity. So let's get this back in. Okay, I'm going to check that with my a little bit more. Like I said, this holds your calibers on everything, so there we go. Tight enough. Now, here's where a lot of brake jobs go bad, is when people don't realize that these gotta be loose. This gotta stay loose, and what happens over time, rust builds up here, and these get tight. So your brake, it's got a lot of power, so it pushes them in, but they don't release it when they're supposed to, when you let go of the brake, and then they stay in on the rotor and wear down fast prematurely. So this is the key here. So you got to fit them, and I can tell right now that these are really tight. So I had to get a grinder or file. Nice and loose. Good. Okay. He says better to be too loose. So what happens is there's stainless steel clips that go in there. They're supposed to hold them snug, but between the stainless and the cast caliber bracket here, it gets rusty with all of our salt and stuff was used on the roads and stuff around here. So wow, look at this side. I'm not to the metal yet, but man, I tell you, right here it's pretty darn close on the outside. This inside one is pretty thin too. And I'm having a hell of a time to get this one out. This one's tight. Now, of course, I fitted this when I put it together like 3-4 years ago. Yeah, I guess it'd be about 4 years now. So, you know, you'd save some brake life if you took it apart every year or 2 years and just made sure that was all loose, because that's what's going on here, right? It's premature wear because it's so tight. Got every mile out of that one. This front one's even worse, or the outside one. Oh boy, that is tight. Huh. Look at that. Just in time, or what, hey? Wow. Okay, tire goes back on. And there we go, done. So now we're just going to go take up the road and make sure that she stops. There you go. There's a homestead brake job and a lot of money savings there. A little bit of clean up here now, and off to the next project. Thanks for tuning in. Well, you know, when you do a job and you feel proud about it, everything is so great, it went tickety-boo. It's almost too good to be true. Well, that just happened to me. Explain how, you know, to do it right and wrong. Well, guess what? Did it wrong. I'll show you here what I did wrong. We just did the brake job, and now I had a trip planned with a 3 or 4 hour drive, and as I'm driving, the brakes just don't seem right. Something's not right. Some different noises maybe, and I guess you call it intuition kicked in, and I started thinking about it, and the more I thought about it, the more I realized that I was wrong. So anyway, I'm going to show you here what I did wrong. Okay, so here we are. Now, I don't know if you noticed when I was installing these, but these are vented brake disc rotors. And I'll be honest, and this is not an excuse, but completely honest, I've done a lot of brakes, even employed as a mechanic back years ago, but these weren't, I won't say they weren't available, but they weren't too common. I've never installed a set before. This is my first time installing them on my own because they're getting more popular. But anyhow, these are directional, and you can see that this is not the right, you know, forward is this way, so they should be the other way, right? Starting from the center, flying out. So these are actually installed backwards. So the left is on the right and the right's on the left. So that's my mistake. Hey, does the car still stop? Yes. Just makes some noises sometimes. So I don't know if that's cutting in, or so I would think that it was just premature brake wear is all would happen. So anyways, we're just going to switch it around. No big deal. Just had to do with labor over again. So hey, rookie mistake, I guess, right? See the difference? See the spiral as it's moving forward this way? It starts the pad and it flies the material out instead of bringing it in. So that's the way it's directional. So anyways, my mistake, your benefit to learn this. Like I said, I should have known better. Should have paid attention to the paper that was in the rotors probably. Anyways, overlooked, things going too fast, too much stuff on the mind, whatever. There's my excuse, and that's what I'm sticking with. So yeah, so not everything goes perfect in the A1 here on Cod Raven, that's for sure. But anyways, wouldn't have been a big deal. Would have had premature brake wear, not like, you know, veering off the road and having a crash or anything. But anyways, it's all good. We've got her fixed now. So, and it took literally 15 minutes. It was just like a Formula 1 pit stop here because I had all the tool. I know exactly what I needed. Everything was new. So thanks for tuning in.